Listen and check your answers. Part 1. Alison Fisher.
Born in England, Alison Fisher was 7 years old when she started playing snooker, a game similar to the game called pool in the United States. In both countries, it is traditionally a game for men. By the time she was 14, Alison knew she wanted to be a professional snooker player. Listen to what she has to say on the subject.
Because I started as a kid playing the game, being a girl just didn't seem to matter. It started to become important when I wasn't allowed to play in some league teams because I was female.
In her mid-20s, she had become the #1 women's player in the world, but she still couldn't play against men. A lot of people wondered if she could actually beat the top male players.
There was talk about me competing against the men, and that created a lot of attention.
In those days, the top professional male players were earning a lot of money, but Alison wasn't. But she knew that in the United States, there were female pool players who did make a lot of money. In fact, in the U.S., female pool players were earning more money than male players. Alison thought about it.
I didn't know the game of pool, but I thought, how hard can it be?
So at age 27, Alison left her home and her family and moved to the U.S., where she started playing pool. She soon found success. She won 7 championships very quickly.
The environment here was very professional. I loved it from the very beginning.
Alison Fisher is still one of the top players on the U.S. pool circuit.
Part 2. Fabiola da Silva.
Brazilian Fabiola da Silva is the most recognizable female inline skater in the world. Yet when she started, all her skating heroes were men.
You know, back in those days, there weren't many girls skating, and the skaters I really admired were men.
Fabiola began skating when she was 15. She skated with a group of friends who skated aggressively, and after watching them, she wanted to start skating that way too. She learned fast because she really liked it. She came onto the professional scene 2 years later, remaining undefeated for a long time.
I keep pushing the limits, you know.
She has been the undisputed leader of the female inline skating scene for years now. But she knows that that might not always be the case.
All the girls on the tour are capable of beating me. I have my bad days too.
Some years ago, she became famous when the inline skating authorities changed their rules so that she could compete against men. Fabiola, known as Fab to her friends and fans, has been in the men's top 10 many times. Some of this she attributes to her attitude in competition.
You know, every time I skate, I'm having fun, but I take what I do seriously. I always want to make sure I'm doing a good job.
Which means she's probably going to go on being successful.